Lumens, we make your job easier.
All right, thank you everybody. My name is Eddy Boyette. I am the Northeast Zone Manager for Lumens. I'd like to welcome everyone to our Lumens OIP Series webinar for our AV over IP solutions. Hope everybody's doing well today. As I said, I'm Eddy. I'm the Northeast Zone Manager from Lumens. I'm glad everybody's joining us today. Lumens, we are an optics company, and we make all different types of fantastic cameras. If you don't know who we are, I invite you to go to our website at www.mylumens.com. Like I said, we make all types of great cameras and several different accessories now to support our cameras and our camera products. So today we're talking about AV over IP. So what is AV over IP? It is an easier way to distribute audio, video, and control signals over standard IP networks by utilizing compression technologies to encode and decode transmissions over Ethernet between the source and display. AV over IP has been tailored to a variety of proav applications and is accepted globally as a preferred solution by most engineers. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about our product line, the features, markets, and applications where we see this product being successful. So let's get into our product line. Our product line consists of a 1 GB solution with a 4K encoder and decoder, a controller, and a 1080p encoder and decoder. Our 50 series is the 4K products. The 40 series is our 1080p products with the controller as well. And we'll talk about all of the features within these two products. So this is our 1 GB solution. For Lumens, we have a visually lossless compressed video, ultra high definition with ultra low latency. We have the ability to have a video wall, portrait and landscape orientation, very easy installation for long distance scenarios, as well as we allow the customer to daisy chain our 50 series decoders. We have a centralized management tool as well. Our controller auto discovers all of our encoders and decoders. It has an HDMI out plug, as well as a play control GUI. The network design, the dual network design, separates the AV over IP LAN, as well as the control LAN. And we have a very user-friendly GUI for the 50 series for drag and drop, group control, macro scheduling, and also it supports touchscreen features. So when we say visually lossless compression, what does that mean? Visually lossless compression is a form or manner of lossy compression where the data that is lost after the file is compressed and decompressed is not detectable to the eye, the compressed data appearing identical to the uncompressed data. So again, we offer the ultra high definition and ultra low latency. This is something that Lumens is famous for, and we will continue to be. This is an example of our video wall deployment. Again, landscape or portrait modes. With flexible installation or easy installation, allows for long distance installations to be easy. We give the user the ability to daisy chain our 50 series decoders. And again, we have a centralized management tool as well. AV over IP allows you to break through a distance barrier to at least 200 meters, whereas traditional AV typically is limited to around 100 meters. So the AV over IP solution makes it a lot easier for long distance installations. Another aspect of the flexible installation is the ability to daisy chain our 50 series decoders. The first one, or the first decoder in the line, supports PoE, whereas the next set of decoders in the chain will need to be powered with a 5-volt power supply that is provided. Again, this is just another ease of use feature and ease of installation feature for our products. The centralized management tool is our controller and allows users to remotely control all distributed video sources and displays from a remote location. The controller auto discovers all encoders and decoders, has an HDMI out plug, and a play controlled GUI that allows for touchscreen support. We'll get into a lot of the features of this in just a second. The controller also separates the AV over IP LAN and the control LAN. Notice the AV over IP network is 1 gigabyte, whereas the IT network or control LAN is 100 megabytes per second. The GUI allows for lots of different features. Our drag and drop feature, monitor and control, group control, macro instruction, scheduling, and scaling. So we'll get into a few of these. We've added an animation to this slide to show you the ease of the drag and drop feature. This is the primary way to operate the GUI controls. The user selects an object by grabbing it and dragging it to a different location onto another object. From encoder to decoder, for example, in this particular animation. For monitoring and control, our GUI gives you the ability to preview and arrange video sources and displays to the preferred presentation approach. No matter if you want to drag and drop encoders to decoders or even the opposite way, you will get the same result. For group control, you can create a group of multiple decoders or a video wall group. Yes, we can support a video wall. In this particular group, all decoders will receive the same routed video sources. Our GUI, for macro instruction, the GUI has a macro which allows users to create a sequence of commands that can instruct encoders and decoders, including routing video sources, rebooting, scaling, and even showing a text message. The GUI can also arrange a macro event for scheduling to be executed at a particular time or to repeat a schedule. And another animation for our scaling feature. You can change a decoder's resolution by utilizing the drag and drop feature. So the user-friendly GUI gives you many different features to make using this set of products very easy. All right, so let's talk about the vertical markets a little bit in terms of where we as Lumens see these products being successful. The education market, hospitality, corporate, also any of the vertical markets that use digital signage. So really these products can be used anywhere. In education, in an education setting, our decoders are used to make sure that all the video sources are being shown to as many displays as needed so that all participants can see clear instruction or clear information. Maybe the biggest area for our AV over IP series of products is the hospitality field, specifically sports bars and restaurants. These are typically, these types of settings have multiple displays, especially sports bars. We're showing multiple different types of content. In a corporate setting, our products can be used to set up video walls, to create an inviting space in a lobby, or even in a specific corporate training scenario. As I've stated, digital signage is used in every vertical market. So in any situation where multiple panels are needed to show a video source, our encoders and decoders can be used to make it a very easy installation and a very clean type of production for the customer. All right, there's several type of applications as well. We have from a one source or one encoder to many decoders, many encoders to many decoders. Like I've said, we can support video walls as well, and the keyboard, video, mouse control center or IT control center as well. So in a one-to-many application, you have one video source going into one encoder, which travels to a switch and then out to several decoders, producing the same image across several panels. This is a one-to-many application. In a many-to-many setup, there are multiple video sources going into multiple encoders, going into your Ethernet switch, and then traveling to many different decoders, carrying those same images to multiple panels. This will be considered a many-to-many application. For a video wall, you have one video source going to one encoder, going into a switch, and then going into several different decoders, depending upon how many panels that there are for your video wall. Each panel will need one decoder, and each panel will then be able to show a part of the entire or whole picture. So this is a great, the video wall application is fantastic. Fantastic way to use this product as well. The next is the IT control center, where we're taking multiple sources into an encoder, into several different encoders, into the switch to one decoder, and being able to put it on one system. So this is where we see the applications being able to be used. All right, let me talk a little bit more about our support. All of our products, cameras, accessories that we support, all have a 5-year unlimited replacement warranty. Lumens has a 24-hour live chat available on our website. So at any time, day or night, if you have questions about our products, feel free to visit that chat. We offer free lifetime professional development for all of our products. And there are tons of video tutorials that are on the web, specifically YouTube and other places as well. All right, I believe we have some poll questions that I believe our marketing manager, Helen, will be able to put up. So you can go ahead and answer the poll questions.
Thank you all for answering. We greatly appreciate it.
All right. Who has questions that we can answer? You can ask them in the question and answer block. You can put them in the chat, either or.
We will recite your questions and then answer them. Thank you.
First question, is there an API for third-party control? I'm gonna let our lead tech, Mr. Paul Munoz, answer that question.
We are currently looking into APIs right now. So in the near future, we should have some.
Next question, for the video wall solution, can you speak to daisy chaining the decoders? With a 3x3 video wall, how many Ethernet runs do I need?
So each unit will still need a run, but only the home run will come from the first unit. So you'll go switch to unit number 1, and then you'll daisy chain from there, just like you would any other daisy chain device. So you'll still need 8 more runs, but the only thing you'll need to add essentially is in the decoders, only the first one can be PoE. So you'll also have to add a local power for the other 3, or the other 9 essentially.
And the power is included. Another question is, what is the bandwidth per encoder, and what switches do we recommend, Paul?
You'll need a gigabit switch. At least it needs to accept or needs to use jumbo frame and SNMP snooping. Otherwise than that, it should be, as long as it has to be a managed switch. So as long as it meets those requirements, it'll work.
Okay. And another question, do you have any pre-made kits for video wall solutions?
At this time, we do not, but we are more than willing to help you build your video wall solution.
Okay, can the encoded streams be decoded by the LC200 media processor? For those of you that don't know, the LC200 processor is our lecture capture processing box or box. Gives you the ability to record and stream simultaneously. So can the encoded streams be decoded by the LC200, Paul?
It cannot. You would need to have a dedicated decoder plugged into one of the inputs on the LC200. At that point, then you can send anything you want to that input essentially.
Okay, when would you do this over NDI?
I don't know if we have a roadmap for NDI on this. If you reach out to your local rep, we can get back to you on that.
Great. Warren says, so layer 3?
Yeah, I believe layer 3 is managed. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you guys for the great questions. Any more? Are encoders, any encoders with SDI inputs?
No, right now they are all HDMI. But you can easily get an HDMI to SDI converter.
Good deal. Let's see if there's any in the chat that I missed. What color space do your boxes support? 4x4x4, 4:2:2. So answer that one first, Paul. What color space do your boxes support?
4x4x4.
Okay. You could also use one of your, I guess that's supposed to be one. You could also use one of your NDI cameras. Okay. How many PTZ cameras can be controlled by the Lumens VSK-B30 and VSK-20 controllers? Can other brands of cameras be controlled?
So the KB30 is limited to how you're trying to do your control. If it's RS422, you get 2 banks, so 14. 232, you can do 7, and then on IP up to 254. And as for what you can do, third party, essentially, we don't really test third party, but as long as they follow the standard VISCA format or a basic Sony format, then 9 times out of 10 it'll work.
And so what's the total number of cameras that can be controlled by the K20, Paul?
The K20 is going to be 7 and 7 because that's going to be limited to standard RS232 or 422.
Yeah, but keep in mind, guys, with the K20, your cameras have to be daisy chained. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Let's see. Does the system allow for multi-view or picture-in-picture applications?
When you say multi-view or picture-in-picture, we are working on the next iteration that will allow for multi-view and picture-in-picture. The current system does not.
Okay, so coming soon with that one.
Yes.
Very good. All right. Other questions? Let me see if I missed any more. We also, just for those of you that don't know Lumens and what we do have a try before you buy type of program. We can let you try any of our products for free for 30 days as a free demo trial period. And this includes our encoders and decoders. So feel free to contact your local sales manager, zone manager, and request any demos that you might need or answer any other questions. Couple other questions. To access GUI, do I need the control box, or can I access the GUI via network switch?
Well, you will need a control box always, but you can. So our control box has 2 LANs, the OIP LAN and the control LAN. So if you want to add it to your local network, you can do that.
Will there be firmware updates or new products? Yes, we will be having multiple new products coming out. As for firmware updates, as they come in, we will let our customers that have purchased know about those.
And we've already started working on optimizing this unit. So firmware updates are a yes.
Yep.
Also, someone said the NDI comment was referenced to the LC200. The LC200 will support NDI HX 1 and 2, but not 3, which all our newer cameras have. And in all honesty, all the newer NDI cameras are all moving to the latest NDI HX 4 and 5. So at this time, the LC200 does not support those NDI. You can get a converter to go from NDI to HDMI or something in that manner, but unfortunately just not the LC200.
Okay. Any other questions? We may have said this already, but what is the basic requirements for a network switch to use with your encoders, decoders? I believe that was 1 gigabyte, correct, Paul?
Yeah, so 1 gig backbone, jumbo frame, and SNMP snipping.
Okay.
Oh, and layer 3 managed switch.
Okay. Okay, maybe another few seconds for any other questions. What does inventory look like? Work with your sales manager and your zone manager for all of any opportunities that you might have for inventory. They can give you as close to an up-to-date inventory as we have. With the popularity of our products right now, our inventory is changing every day. This does already include our AV over IP products. So please contact your zone manager, your sales manager to get the most updated information and to help you or assist you with any opportunities that you might have in the field. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. If you don't have any other questions, just like to thank everybody again for, okay, sorry, here's one more question that came up. Can audio be routed through the network for DSP?
Oh, that's what I'm gonna have to get back to you on. I don't know.
All right, Dustin, we will get back to you on that. Please feel free to reach out to Lumens again, and we will make sure, I think we have your email address as a part of the call, so we will get back to you via email on that as soon as we can.
Thank you all for participating in our webinar. We will select one lucky attendee to win the $100 Amazon gift card. And to touch on Eddy's point, we are in stock with our products. So thank you all for joining today. We greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. You guys have a great day.
For more information, please subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit our website at www.mylumens.com.